Tell me, Mr. Anderson, what good is a phone call if you're unable to speak?
Cursed be the ground for our sake. Both thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for us. For out of the ground we were taken, for the dust we are, and to the dust we shall return.
When something tries to silence your truth, hide your reason, and suffocate your existence, they don't want you breathing. Everyone breathe air, but not everyone breathe the same. There are those who can't catch their breath, and there are those who prefer to breathe down someone's neck. Suffocation. It's hard to catch your breath when there are people closely observing or monitoring you every day. It's meant to cause discomfort and stress, so much so that it triggers dysfunctional breathing patterns within you that leads to wide ranges of physical and psychological neurological side effects, such as increasing anxiety and panic, and tingling sensations like pins and needles in the hands, feet, or even around the mouth. That whole George Floyd thing was a psychological operation, a staged Masonic sacrifice. The I Can't Breathe movement was a mockery towards us as TIs on what they can do to us and get away with it in front of millions, billions of people. It was all a Masonic play. They all in on it. Kaepernick refusing to take a stand, people thought it was righteous of him. But yet, he's taking a knee, which is a Masonic gesture. He mentioned people are getting paid to get away with murder. They all know about it. They know about the program but don't talk about it. And if you know about it but don't speak out on it, and you participate and you're complicit. They are complicit to murder. The mask mandate wasn't just about health. It was about sending a message. If anyone dares to speak up or exercise their God-given right to free speech, this is what can happen to them. They use fear and coercion, and on top of that, told them to put a mask on their face. The mask being a physical barrier that makes your breathing feel more restricted and could cause you to inhale your own carbon dioxide you exhale. Slow kill. Over time is designed to drain people's vitality, turning them more into a passive follower instead of independent thinkers, suffocating us. They follow you everywhere you go. You're not able to breathe freely in every environment you enter. You can feel it. Over time, that restriction caused some of you to develop shallow or irregular breathing patterns, and those patterns begin to suffocate you, both physically and mentally. This is what it means when they say they're trying to kill us. You can't breathe when every job you apply for turns you away because of the weight of the program constantly applying pressure and watching you. I can't breathe mean more than taking away my freedom, my dignity, or my humanity. It declares that you are denying me the very right to breathe, the right to air itself. And that is not just an attack on me, it's a violation to God, who gave us the breath of life. The air we breathe has yet to be taxed. But it goes deeper than survival. Just because someone is breathing doesn't mean they're truly alive. Real life is more than a pulse. It is a purpose, truth, spirit, and motion. Those who are truly alive use the breath of life the way God intended, to speak truth, to create, to uplift, to give life, to give others through their words and actions. Breath is not just oxygen, it is voice, conviction, spirit. And that is what threatens those who crave control. They don't fear bodies, they fear awakened souls. They fear people who understand that breath carries power. So they try to silence, to intimidate, to suppress. In doing so, they attempt to play God, to decide who gets heard or who gets elevated, who gets diminished. But no human being is God. And no system can rewrite the spiritual laws that governs truth, consequences, and destiny. People may try to manipulate outcomes or control narratives, but they cannot own the breath that was divinely given. What is aligned with the truth will always find its way back to breath again. They play God, breaking spiritual laws, violating universal principles, manipulating fate, and trying to control people's destinies. The question of who breathes and who suffocates is a question of who deserves to live. To breathe or to take a breath is the clearest sign of life. It is literally a matter of life and death. When someone begins to struggle to breathe, it signals that he or she is being dragged from the space of life into the arms of death. These are all techniques. Different groups and secret societies teach different methods. It's like the drowning mouse experiment, where the mouse is pushed to the brink, then rescued at the last moment, creating a sense of dependency on its savior. Servitude. This is the level of brainwashing that get pushed on the people every day. Different secret societies and fraternities study and teach different methods, but they all work together. Every program. The program is used for them to find and develop new techniques and practices for their witchcraft. These are taught and passed down between each other. The same concept of the fallen angels providing technology and forbidden knowledge to humanity to corrupt their nature. Freemason, the square and compass. The compass and square are traditional tools used in drafting, geometry, and stone masonry to measure layout and construct shapes. Compasses draw circles and arcs to define ratio or proportion, while the square ensures angles for accuracy and construction. In Freemasonry, they symbolize morality and self-restraint. Basically, they're in charge of building your prison, putting you in a box that's tailor-made. It is the system itself. They created the system. They created this whole program. This is why you have to get a physical, do doctor's appointments, because they want to measure you. They want to know what you are like inside out so they can control you. They don't care about your health. We give them valuable information about us when we do these things. But these are their instruments and techniques that they had got from the fallen. Next, you got the Alpha Kappa Psi, which PSI being pounds per square inch, which is a unit of pressure measurements. You see, everything has to do with measuring a person's soul, their spirit, pushing them, right? So PSI stands for pressure. They instruct methods designed to push someone to their limits. That's pressure. It takes many forms: applied force, peer pressure, or psychological strain. And you see all of them are women, right? This is why most women who are a part of these groups, these fraternities, like to be therapists, influencers, anything that has to do with manipulating someone's mind. This is why you see murders that involve the husband or boyfriend tripping out and kills their wife or kills themselves or getting locked up over a domestic violence dispute. They have been taught how to press buttons. PSI, pressure. A lot of women sold men out, same as men. You also got technical and engineering fraternities such as Sigma Phi Delta that teaches drafting elements using shields as tools, which is really them teaching and specializing in using people as tools for plausible deniabilities, teaching people how to get away with fraud, faking injuries, and falsifying writings or design. Each fraternity has their own teaching and study different methods. This is where that saying different strokes for different folks come from, because you got people who prefer or have different preferences when it comes to torture and manipulation. And it's all built on getting away with murder. Plausible. And if you're really good at it, you can do it in front of millions of people and nobody say nothing. And you can get away with it. And they say different strokes because that's the way of killing someone. That's why the leading cause of death is having a stroke. Dysfunctional breathing. So they apply just enough pressure to keep us on edge, hoping we'll give up. And if they decide you're viable to them, they'll pull you back. They'll pull back at the last moment and save you so you fall in line and serve their purpose. Practice deep breathing. Practice box breathing. Clear any stale air that's trapped in the bottom of your lungs. It lowers stress and suppresses the amygdala. Breathing is what connects you to life. Master your breathing and you can go through anything with calm awareness. When your breathing is off, it's easy to cloud your judgment. Everything stems from breath, life, and death. You can live months without eating. You can go a few days without water. But without air, you only got a few minutes. So take control of your breathing. Take control of your breathing. In doing so, you reclaim the seconds, the moments the program's trying to steal. Focus on your breathing